Hey, Jimmy.
Hey.
Hey, this is Will and
Jimmy.
with the world famous Will and
Jimmy Show.
All right. And Jimmy has got my favorite t-shirt, which says, I like records, and maybe three people. And I heard him earlier today say, well, I'm going to change that 3 to a 2. It's been that kind of day, Jimmy.
It's a 1 now.
Yeah, it's down to 1. Anyway, we're here recording at 2:30 on Tuesday afternoon, and we'll be showing this to you on Wednesday evening. But like I said, it's Tuesday at the moment we're doing this, and we've just finished a health screening today. And we had a wonderful day, didn't we, Jimmy?
Very successful turnout.
Very successful.
Yes. Very for a rainy day. It's a real kind of nasty rainy day.
We had 27 people coming off the streets, and almost everyone who came, not all, but the majority of those were homeless folks who came in. And WJHL was here to do a little piece for the news, and we're always thankful for that, bringing awareness to what we do. And he asked me, what is the importance of today? And I just shared with him that during the last couple of years, a lot of people have fallen through the cracks and kind of just got lost. And hopefully today, the biggest thing we can do is get them reconnected back into whether it's healthcare, insurance, whatever to do to help them stay on track.
Yes.
Yeah.
And we pray that they stay with it,
Yes.
because this is a good opportunity.
Yes, it is.
A needed opportunity.
Yes.
So very thankful for Ballad Health for partnering with us on this, with Uzoma and Terry Lark and all the others that came today.
Yes, it's been a great day.
If we would have had 2, I would have been happy.
This was probably one of the more successful events of this type that we've ever had at Shades of Grace, because we actually had people lined up at the door waiting to come in for the health screening before we opened the doors.
We did.
So that's a good thing.
That's very good.
Yes.
So I would say we may be doing this again, sometime in the
beginning
of the new year.
Yeah, the folks who produced this through Ballad were extremely happy for the results and felt like it had been a very good day.
Yes.
Yes.
Yep, that's good.
And Jimmy, you're still wearing those Hey Dudes.
I am wearing Hey Dudes, yeah.
And the short pants.
Yeah, it's supposed to be in the 60s today.
Oh, it's going to warm up. But we're getting so much rain. We're supposed to get a lot of rain.
It rained really hard today.
Yes.
A couple of times.
I'm still predicting, Jimmy. Now here, you all, let's all see. I noticed Charlotte in Sudbury, Canada, posted today that it was looking a lot like Christmas and everything was covered in snow. And I thought, give us about 9 or 10 more days and we'll be seeing that.
Oh,
so I'm going to make my prediction here, and you all tell me how close I am. What is today, Jimmy? The 5th?
6th.
Today is the 6th of December. A week from today is the 13th of December. So that would be Tuesday. I predict that by Friday the 16th, that we will be seeing snow.
Ooh,
okay. Do you like that?
That I do.
And let's see how that goes.
That's a bold prediction.
That's a bold prediction, okay.
Right.
And I haven't even talked to the woolly worm. Matter of fact, the woolly worm, I think, must have gone into hibernation.
Yeah, but I think it showed a lot of snow. Isn't that right this year?
Yeah.
Solid black.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We typically get our first measurable snow here by now. I've been looking at our... on the Facebook, it says 1 year ago today, or on this day 4 years ago. And over the last 4 years, we have already had measurable snow by now. So we're behind schedule.
I think it's been typically warmer.
It's warmer.
As well. We've had some cold nights,
Yeah, and we had that cold spell back in October.
Yes.
But then it's kind of moderated, and it's up about 50-something.
Yeah.
So
I can handle that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so... Jimmy, how about you tell all the folks about what we did on the weekend and how everything went?
Another great service. And as I always say, if you're not here in person, you're really missing out.
Yeah.
We have some of the best music, if not the best music, in the Tri-Cities.
Somebody told me that today here. They said, Shades of Grace has the best music of any congregation I have been to. And that made me feel good.
I agree with that. We had Oscar join us this week.
Yes, and he's going to be coming each Saturday morning until Christmas to sing a favorite Christmas hymn.
Yep. And we also had our friend David Francis joined us. And man, he really,
what a blessing!
You know, when he sat down at the piano, I knew he knew what he was doing.
Yeah,
you can just tell. And I didn't know he was going to sing too.
Well, someone today had mentioned they saw him and they said that is an accomplished musician.
Yes, absolutely.
And Landon had told me, of course, Landon's in charge of our music, and we trust him totally, and that's what he's here for. But I always also encourage everybody to be involved in worship. And Landon knows that if someone asks to sing, then to give them that opportunity. Because this is Shades of Grace, and we're not doing auditions, and we're not trying to be perfect. We just want to glorify the Lord. So Landon told me, he said, well, David is going to sing today, but said, I don't know. I've not heard him. And, you know, I don't want to take credit, but I don't want to take blame. So, you know, kind of that in so many words. And David, if you're watching this, this was all done in fun, but Landon literally did not know that David could sing like that or play the piano, and we didn't either. But we loved it, and Landon said, I told him he's welcome to do a song anytime he wants to.
So, yeah, hope you heard that, David. You are very
David,
welcome.
You're on the hook now, David. But we thank you for being a part of Shades of Grace and being here and just bringing your gifts and your blessings to us.
We have had so many people sing on our stage here at Shades of Grace over the last 8 years. Sometimes, you know, somebody would only show up one time and just sing a wonderful song.
And one time somebody sang Ghost Rider in the Sky.
That's true, yeah.
But, you know, it is what it is.
Yeah, it is. It's Shades of Grace.
Yeah, it is.
We're very thankful for all who join us. And this Saturday, we'll go ahead and announce this.
Yes, please.
Have a little special addition to our service. This will be the third week of Advent.
Yes,
already.
Joy.
So,
J-O-Y.
And the choir from Hell's Chapel
United
Methodist, is that right? Okay, I just want to make sure.
Yes.
Will be joining us. I think they're going to have maybe approximately 20 people in their choir that are going to fit in here Saturday morning.
Okay.
And they're going to sing a couple of songs. And their children, they have some children that are going to be sharing a song as well.
So we're looking forward to that. That adds something to our Christmas season.
Yes, it does.
Yeah, so we're excited about that.
Gosh, it's hard to believe it's flying by that fast.
I know.
It's already the third week. Wow. So, come join us. And she asked, how many normally attend your service? And I said, well, you know, some Saturdays, see, here I go Sunday.
Yeah.
Some Saturdays, the seats are almost full, you know. Yeah. So let's see if we can do that this Saturday.
Yeah.
Show them that support. Because as someone who has sung in public in the past, it's much easier, seriously, it's much easier to sing with people in front of you than the first couple of rows that are empty and the people are in the back. That is so hard.
Yes.
Because, you know, a lot of churches, people will not sit on the first couple of rows.
But, you know, we don't have that problem here. We always have front row worshipers.
And for the performer, it's easier that way. So let's see, get together and get in here Saturday morning at 10:30.
And the folks who came, they spent some time with Jimmy while we were doing the health screening. A lot of people were in the building, but they were setting up and getting the music all aligned and ready. I mean, the sound and all of that.
Yes. So. Yeah. So, and I got a little preview of what it's going to sound like.
Okay.
You really want to hear this.
Good.
And I have heard great things about their choir.
Good.
Several people that are here at Shades of Grace have heard the choir in other places and said they're really good.
Very good. We look forward to that.
Yes.
Okay.
So that's this upcoming Saturday.
Okay.
10:30.
All right. Let's see. What else have we got coming up?
Well, let's talk about the Christmas Eve virtual service.
We need to do that.
We're going to do a service at 9 o'clock online on Facebook and YouTube on Christmas Eve. And I've put out a slide asking people to contribute and participate in it. Either whether you want to sing a song, share a scripture. I did put on there a Christmas memory because a lot of people like to talk about it, you know, and that's important. And somebody asked me this morning, well, what would you like me to read? And I said, I want you to read what warms your heart.
Exactly.
In this time. You know, I don't want to tell you what to do. I want
this is your time.
Right,
yeah.
You know, and share those memories.
It's your memory.
Whatever you would like to do. But we do need to get those rolling because it's going to be here.
We do. And we had a good opportunity today if we hadn't been so busy. We had the people in the building, but we were too busy doing all the rest.
So hopefully maybe we can catch some people here. But if you're watching tonight and you would like to participate, reach reach out to me. Even if you're a person who's not comfortable recording yourself on your phone, I can get you in here one day and record you for a few minutes. No problem at all. I'll be happy to help in any way I can. But I really want everyone to participate in this. It means a lot.
It would be great, even if you're doing nothing but say Merry Christmas and Happy New Year from me and my family.
Yeah. Back in the years before COVID, we would have a Christmas party every year.
Yeah.
And I would bring the camera and get all of our members, to homeless community and church members, to say Merry Christmas. And I am so thankful we did that.
Because we've got a lot of them for our archive that are no longer with us.
Yes. And when everyone remembers Chuck.
Yes.
Chuck passed suddenly there a few years ago. And that video clip we had of him was I took a screenshot of it. And that was the only picture that people had of Chuck. They used that for his funeral, his obituary. And then last year, he got some type of Lifetime Achievement Award.
And that picture came up
Dalton's Bennett High School, where he used to, I guess he went there and he used to kind of coach.
Yes.
And that big picture was up there. So, so thankful.
Just from right here at Shades of Grace.
Yep.
And, a picture came up, I think, just this week, of our Christmas tree here in Shades of Grace 6 years ago, and there was Sherry, who passed away earlier this year. Sherry was sitting on the floor putting ornaments on the tree, and we have that memory. She was all dressed in her coat and hat, and it was cold, but she was sitting on the floor. And I'm so glad we have those memories. So share your memories with us. And Jimmy, they can actually do a selfie on the phone, can't they? And send it to you?
You can record it on your phone and just send it to me. Just get with me and I'll let you know how to send it.
Right.
You can either message me here on our Facebook page or call the office here Monday through Friday. And like I said, I'll be happy to help. I just want to get people involved. Not to mention any names. Bell Bird.
Right.
Billy Sells. Need some songs.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do.
And everybody who watches,
Yes, Billy, it's a good time for you to play and sing. Jesus is on the way.
That's right.
Isn't that the way? Isn't that the name of it? He's on the way.
Yeah.
The way. Yeah. That's Billy wrote that song and put the music to it. It's beautiful. So Billy, you're on notice right now, Billy. We need that for our Christmas Eve service. Okay.
That's right.
And you can go ahead and video Miss Bell over there while you're at it.
That's right. So we'd love to. And even Miss Bell or anyone, like I said, even if you don't want to sing, just say Merry Christmas.
Right.
A Christmas wish, a blessing, whatever. But I'd really like to make this a nice service.
I think we can do this.
And we've already discussed the music with Landon, Oscar. Okay. We're going to have some good music. And maybe David. Maybe
Dr. Smitty's probably going to appear there with a Christmas song.
Yes, yeah.
And David and Landon and probably Oscar, of course. And who else? We don't know. We've got a lot of talents in here that we don't even know about.
We do. Yes. Jeff Melton, who sings here, it's Miss Dee's husband, sings with Landon on Saturdays. He is a member of this Hell's Chapel choir that's coming.
It's like
Saturday.
A community type choir.
And they were talking about Jeff. He's a newer addition to the choir.
Right.
And she told me, she said, what an addition he has been. He has such an amazing voice. And I agree.
Yes.
Let's see, was it this Saturday that he did Mary Did You Know?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And I'm telling you, you can put that up against anything you hear on the radio any day of the week.
That's absolutely true.
That's my bold prediction.
Absolutely,
right
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would not be surprised to see any of our Shades of Grace people in the lights someday.
Right.
I mean, really, they're that good.
And it's always been that way.
It's always been that way.
We've always had such talented people.
Yes. So we want you to come on out, be a part of it. And, excuse me, I told Landon a few minutes ago that it would be good. Some of the folks come in and start gathering in the building here long before church time on Saturday mornings. We unlock the door, we open the door, and people wandering off the streets, especially if it's cold, get a bag lunch and sit. And come in. We're going to have the music actually beginning about 15-20 after 10, and just let Landon and the group sing some good old gospel songs while we're waiting for the service to begin. So if you like music, just come early, and you can get some of the music.
Now here is something else too.
Okay.
If you live close by in the downtown area of Kingsport, you can tune in to 92.1 on your FM radio.
Right.
We are broadcasting there now. And it goes out a pretty good ways from Shades of Grace. A lot of houses can pick that up, and we're going to do those. We're going to start broadcasting early. So you will hear some of the music,
pre-music
that you may not hear on
Right.
the Sunday virtual service.
Because sometimes Jimmy redacts all of this and edits it as he uploads it. And sometimes some of the things that go on in the worship are omitted due to the sake of time.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so, yeah.
We can only download so much in one service. So like for our Nigerian service, it was very long.
They make it in
I had to
two
do it
sessions.
to two.
Yeah.
So yeah, I usually have to edit out maybe one song. And,
Right.
I don't. It's not that it's not good. It's just for, like you
Time
said, for
space.
time.
We try to get variety.
Yes.
Yes.
And,
to get everybody included.
Yeah, but but you can hear it all Saturday morning live.
Yes.
92.1 FM.
That's great. Yeah.
And that station may change in the near future, but that's where we are right
For now, it's 92.1.
working,
And you can just stay home and listen to it on Saturday morning.
yeah, I did a test run the other day in the car, and I made it all the way out to the intersection of Gibson Mill and Stone Drive.
Okay.
And I think you were saying you made it out past kind of the Eastman Employee
Yeah, up
Center,
to about
Wilcox. And
do good goods along
Yes.
that area.
Yeah.
Yes.
yeah, so that's pretty good
And that
coverage.
also incorporates Holston Valley Hospital and the Encompass and some of those. So hopefully there are residents or patients who could pick that up, even in the hospital.
Like
Wouldn't that be a blessing?
Everyone who kind of lives in the Watauga Street area,
Yes,
and
yes.
even over Sevier Terrace. So
And that
it's
would
exciting.
include all of our town loft departments.
Yes, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, they
So-
would get it real nice.
Yeah. So
So that's exciting.
It is.
It's really good.
Yeah, that's great.
Just another thing. And,
Another
But on
opportunity.
the Christmas Eve virtual service, Monday the 19th is the cutoff for any videos.
Okay.
Just so that gives me time to, upload. And Christmas is busy for everyone.
Yes.
It really is.
And by the way, Christmas comes on Sunday this
Yes.
year, and we always have had a Christmas Day worship here. During the week, we've always had a Christmas morning worship service. But since we're now doing Saturday worship, our Christmas worship will be Saturday morning, and we will not be doing anything on Christmas Day. Okay? And there are other places that will be serving meals on Christmas Day. So that's going to truly be, for the first time in years and years, in a long time, it's going to be a day off completely for us at Shades of Grace
Yes.
on Christmas Day. But the people will be taken care of, and so you don't have to worry about that. We
Yes.
always make sure that everybody knows where to go and where to be for that.
Yeah, and we will announce those on our Facebook page
Right.
as we get the more details in on who's going to be
Right.
providing the meals and such
Right,
that day.
exactly.
But there'll be several options.
Yes, there is.
Several options. But yeah, so Saturday the 24th, that's going to be an important service.
Yes, it is.
That's our Christmas service.
That will
We
be our Christmas service.
Love to see you here.
Yes, come on out. A lot of people like Christmas Eve services, and I've never been to an early morning Christmas Eve service, but there's a lot of late night Christmas Eve services.
there
But
is.
come on out. The time it isn't what matters, it's the fact of what we're doing.
Right. So,
Okay.
Have you been out looking at any of the Christmas lights yet?
Not yet, I haven't.
Yeah.
It seems that it's come so quickly.
I know it's hard to believe.
You know,
we went out this past weekend. Well, the Kingsport Parade was this past Saturday.
And I want to thank you for airing that live on our Facebook page. Several people whose names I don't even know came on and said, thank you all for doing this.
It was a lot of fun. It was very nice. And I was sitting there. We got there early to get a good seat, and I was thinking, I was like, this would be good to stream. I was like, oh, I don't have my camera stand, but actually I did. It was in the trunk.
I wondered about that.
It was
and
in
I thought it's an awful steady hand.
It was. Yeah, it wouldn't be me. So it was in the trunk, so I was able to set up right there. And,
Right there.
We were right here next to, because it comes up here by, not in front of Shades of Grace, but it cuts right up by Two Dads.
On the corner by Two Dads Cafe.
And it was so nice. It was a good weather, and
Right.
we kind of we didn't go to the tree lighting, but we drove around for a good bit. And,
Good.
Kingsport residents really do a good job on the lights.
Yes.
There's a lot. Our kids, if it was just me, I probably wouldn't go. But our kids really enjoy that.
Well, they're making memories of a lifetime.
Yeah, absolutely.
Jimmy's been running on our big screens here today during the health screening, The Christmas Story.
Yeah.
That's a good movie. It's a classic if you all haven't seen it.
Yeah.
And just don't get your eye shot out.
Yeah,
right?
you'll shoot your eye out.
That's a funny.
Yes.
That's a typical Midwestern United States Christmas story.
That movie has become a holiday favorite.
Yes.
It was when it came out, and we were talking about this earlier today. It came out in 1983, and in the theaters, it was not a hit. It was a flop. It was considered a flop. And then HBO was new in that time. People were just starting to get cable television in their homes. And HBO picked that movie up for the next Christmas holiday season. And that is where it really started to gain the traction.
And now you can't flip through the channels without seeing it playing back to back.
Yeah. And there's a new one out this year where little Ralphie, he's all grown up and has his own kids. Haven't watched it yet, but
it'll be interesting.
Yeah, I kind of like the old classics.
Yeah, I don't think the remakes can probably... I've never seen any of them be what the original is, but it may bring back some memories.
Yeah, so...
Okay, Jimmy, I wanted us to take a couple of prayer requests.
Okay.
Our friends here, Deborah Smith, and Janice Baxter, very faithful members of Shades of Grace, and their family. They suddenly lost Becca last week, and it was a very unexpected, sudden death of a beautiful young lady. And we want to pray for them, the whole family, and her son Ty, whom I've known for a long time. A nice young man now, about 21 years old, I guess. But we'll be scheduling a service sometime here at Shades of Grace. And I know they had to wait for the forensics and all of that to happen. But we want to remember them in our prayers. Don't forget them. And we will be announcing her service here at Shades of Grace. And it always makes it difficult when it's so near the holidays.
Yes. Yeah.
And so they've gone through a lot of tragedies over the years, and they're faithful, and may the Lord bless them in a very special way. And then also on this Thursday night, tomorrow night as you're viewing this, I'll be officiating the service of a longtime friend, Judy Vickers, who passed away. And then the burial will be Friday morning at 10. So I want you to remember her husband, Ronnie, her children and grandchildren, wonderful friends that I've known and spent many times praying with. So these situations are difficult. And then Miss Cake Baker Susie. I know we tried yesterday to reach her. Did we ever get a hold of her?
No, never did.
Miss Susie Cake Baker. It's actually Susie Rozier, but she went home with hospice care this past week. And I prayed with her. I talked with her. She said, I'm very much at peace. But we haven't been able to reach her on the phone. So, can only kind of read between the lines. But she is ready to go home to be with the Lord. That's her desire. She wants to be with Jesus.
Yes.
But she's a wonderful cake baker. She thanks you for your prayers, and she knows that she's here in God's time and not her own. I mean, the Lord's let her know it's when God's ready, but her desire is to be with the Lord. So pray for her.
She will be missed.
She's a wonderful, wonderful lady.
Yes.
Yes,
she sure is.
And we hope she'll be with us a long time yet.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. And then, let's see, what else did we have along that line? Do you remember?
I'm sure there's something, but after the day that we've had, it's slipped my mind.
Donna Thompson had surgery.
She did this
on Monday.
This week, yes.
And we did not get by the hospital, but she was only going to be there a couple of days, so hopefully by now Donna is back recovering and answering the questions, hopefully. So Donna, God bless you.
Yes.
We kept you in our prayers. We've been dealing with a couple of other death situations, and it just, we haven't been able to come to the hospital.
Yes.
But anyway, this is a very demanding place, and
it has been.
Should I say we got cussed out one more time today, Jimmy?
I'd say you could almost say that every day at some point.
This is life at Shades of Grace. I mean, we're here trying to be a beacon of hope, trying to bless people, encourage people. And in spite of it all, people get mad at us.
Yes.
They curse us. They threaten us. Some guy stood in my face and drew back his fist and said, "I'll just call the cops on you right now." And I said, "Well, please, sir, go right ahead." And and over no reason. I mean, people just go off the deep end. And these drugs that people are taking in the streets are very dangerous.
There's much more aggression and anger.
Yeah, it's causing people's anger. And I've never seen so many road rage and shootings and stabbings and all kinds of craziness. So
it used to be delusional.
Yes.
The drugs were just cause people to just talk out of, just saying just absolute unbelievable things.
And now it's bringing out anger.
It's anger.
Yes.
And other agencies in the area have talked to us about that they're experiencing the same thing. It's very dangerous.
It was so good today to have the doors of course we had enough security here today. We had people here. But it was so good to see all the people in the building like it used to be.
Yes.
All of that. But we realized we can't do that every day. This was a special event today. We're not denying anybody. We serve everybody as we always did. But for security issues, we do keep the door locked.
Yeah.
And it's just part of it. So anyway, remember all these prayer requests.
Yes.
You can stay updated on our Facebook page every day and our phone tree. We signed up a bunch of new people Saturday morning on our phone tree.
Yep. We could even add more now.
Yes.
We had to upgrade our plan.
So
if you're not getting the phone tree,
right.
it is a great way to stay on
Yes,
top
it is.
of what's going on here.
Yeah.
Sometimes I have to listen to it to remember what I was going on.
Right, I do too. Yeah. Okay, Jimmy, and you're going to get some questions while I show everybody one more time. We still have lots of Will and Jimmy Show t-shirts.
Yes.
And if you're looking for a very unique gift for somebody with a story behind it, these are not, they don't cost anything. We give them away. There's no charge. So if you want one, call us. We'll mail it to you, or you can come and get it.
All right.
Okay?
Well, I do have some questions for you.
All right.
And as I've told you, these new questions are themed. These are kids' questions.
Okay.
Okay? I'm going to show this on there. It says kids. Okay? So let's see how you do with kids' questions.
Okay.
All right. Question number 1. Who were the parents of Cain, Abel, and Seth?
Do you know what the name Eve literally means? The mother of all living. But it was Adam and Eve.
Adam and Eve, that's right.
All right.
Okay, question number 2. According to the elders of the church, what are we to anoint the sick with?
Anointing with oil in the name of the Lord, and the prayer of faith shall save the sick, and the Lord shall raise them up. And if they've committed any sins, the sin shall be forgiven them. But they must ask in faith, nothing wavering. That's in the book of James. And Jimmy, I'm asking you this one.
Okay.
Who was James?
Jesus' brother.
Yes, and what was his title? What did he do?
He was the first pastor of the church.
Yes, he was in Jerusalem. He was the pastor there. Okay.
Yep. Okay.
All right.
Question number 3. Which disciple did Jesus see under the fig tree?
Oops. Well, let's see. Would his nickname be Nate?
That would be it.
Oh,
Yep.
Nathaniel.
Nathaniel.
He said, I knew thee when I saw thee beneath the fig tree.
And
Wonder what kind of tree he saw us under.
Oh, no. I don't probably want to answer that question.
Okay.
A little bonus question on that one. Where was Nathaniel from?
Nathaniel was from Galilee?
Close. Well, in the region of Galilee. He was from Cana.
Okay, Cana of Galilee.
Yeah, Galilee,
okay.
yep. Okay, question number 4. What did the devil tell Jesus to turn into bread?
Oh, lots of rocks.
Yes,
stones.
and stones.
Let me tell you a little funny story. You know, I've made a lot of trips to Israel over the years, and I'll be going back here in 3 months, the Lord willing.
Mm-hmm.
But one thing there is an overabundance of in Israel are stones. Rocks, stones, pebbles of every size and shape. And I'm one who likes to collect little stones. You know, I even went wading one night alone by myself in the Sea of Galilee. I walked down from my motel when everybody was in the bed. I walked down there and just sat down and visualized the people fishing at night and Jesus walking on the water. And I waded out a little bit and I found this beautiful little rock that's most uniquely shaped. I have to bring it one day.
Yeah, I'd like to see
And
it.
it comforts me. I have it sitting on my dresser in my bedroom. But we used to pick up little stones when we were there. And I remember early on, many years ago, we stopped in a place and the guide said, now this is the valley of Elah, I believe, where David killed Goliath with a stone. And everybody wanted to pick up a little smooth stone and thinking, well, maybe could this be the one? And then the guide said, don't worry, take all you want. He said, we have a truck that dumps a load in every week for suckers like you. Well, that's kind of he was joking, but in other words, they're never going to run out of stones.
Right.
But he said, turn this stone into bread.
That's it.
Okay.
Okay. All right, question number 5, final question.
Okay.
Who spent the whole night wrestling with God?
Okay. Who is Jacob?
That is Jacob. Yes.
Okay.
Genesis 32. And the bonus to this question,
Okay.
what did the angel give to Jacob?
He gave Jacob what is called in the King James a halted hip, a halt in his thigh. It crippled him so that he walked differently. Is that the answer?
Well,
you're looking for?
Not this answer, but that is an answer. But that is this one. The answer to this one is the angel gave Jacob a new name.
Oh, he did. Yes.
Yeah, Israel.
Yeah, Israel.
Yeah,
You should be called Israel.
Yeah.
But yeah, when he gave it to him, I thought, like, give him a punch. But he did. The angel, he said, I will not stop wrestling you until you bless me. And finally, the daybreak was coming, and the angel said, I got to get this guy off my back. So he gave him a good punch of some kind, and it said that he halted upon his thigh. In other words, he walked with a limp.
Right.
From that day on.
Okay.
So when you said he gave it to him, I was thinking about that guy at the door a little while ago.
He almost gave it to you.
Yeah, it was almost. It almost went both ways.
He called you a new name.
Yes,
too,
he
didn't
did. And there's a new name written down in glory.
Oh, amen.
All right.
All right. Well, this has been fun.
We've had fun.
Been good for a day like today.
And now you know why Jimmy elects records and sometimes only one people.
I think everybody can relate to that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, thank you for everyone for joining us tonight.
Yeah, we're so glad you did.
And
share this with somebody.
Remember the Christmas Eve videos and
yes.
Whatever you'd like to do, get with me over the next 2 weeks.
Yes, please do that.
We're going to make this happen.
We want that to happen, and we'll see you here, God willing, on Saturday morning. Come on in around 10:15, and listen to the pre-music, and then let's just worship.
Amen.
Be great. Right. Come as you are. Love you. Good night, Jimmy.
Good night.
Bye.
Don't worry, be happy now.